Okay, this is really early for me. I'm actually using my glasses to cover my tired eyes so you guys can see how tired I am. So early this morning, I actually got a coffee and a Red Bull. So yeah, twice the solution. Yeah, not really an early waker. I like to sleep late. In the weekends I usually wake up at like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So yeah, it's only 9 now, but to me that's really early. Today I want to test the Panasonic 100 to 400 millimeter Leica lens. I recently got it, and I just want to test if it is possible to take proper wildlife photos, especially obviously when you look at sharpness of the photos, because I'm doing this on my GH5, and as you guys know, the GH5 is not the ideal low light camera, so that's a bit of a problem. So I just want to see if this lens will work. Obviously this lens does have a little bit of a high aperture, so light can be a problem, and that coupled with the low light issues, or the not so good low light with the GH5, can be a problem, because obviously with wildlife you actually do need a low light camera, purely because you have to increase your shutter speed. Because the animals are moving and you're using long lenses, you have to shoot at very high shutter speeds to, like perfectly freeze the image still. And the problem is now that if you want to do that, you need to increase your ISO. If you increase your ISO, your quality goes down. So in order to do that, you actually need a camera that's good with low light. So that's why I'm gonna try it today and see how it works. What I'm hoping to accomplish is, obviously with the superior stabilization in the Leica lens coupled with the GH5 in-body stabilization, it would be possible to drop the shutter speed quite a bit, purely because obviously the only movement I'm really then fighting is the movement of the animal itself, not really the movement of me that I'm making while shaking the lens, because the lens has in-body stabilization. So yeah, I'm going to a game reserve. I think it's the Kuneng, or I don't actually know what it's called. I'll leave the name in the description for those that are interested. This is in Gauteng, close to Pretoria. It's just north of Pretoria, and this is in South Africa, for those of you guys that don't know where Pretoria is. So pretty far out for most of the YouTubers out there. And yeah, that's basically what I'm going to have a look at today. And the interesting thing is also that if you take sports photography or action photography or wildlife photography, you actually need a low light camera. A lot of things that people don't always connect those dots. So low light cameras are very important, even if you take pictures in broad daylight. And I also have my new Rode video mic, so at least hopefully this time you can hear me. I am in the car though, so hopefully there's not too much wind noise and my words are actually hearable. I don't actually know what do you call that? Hearable, listenable, I don't know. love nature. I love being in nature. It just feels like I'm home there. But every now and then, we are reminded of the harsh realities of nature. And right behind me, as you can see, there's a dead giraffe. I don't know how it died, but yeah. At the moment I've seen basically 2 of the big 5, which is the buffalo and the giraffe. I really want to see elephants and lions, but so far I'm struggling a bit, and I'm also chasing time a little bit. I only have 4 hours left, and it takes quite a while to drive around in this nature reserve because you can't really drive fast. And there's a dam that they said that there might be elephants, but the problem is the dam is quite far away, and it's these very small paths. I mean, look at these paths. That's basically how it looks. So yeah, I'm not sure if I can't really drive fast on these paths. So that can be a bit of a problem. So hopefully I will see some elephants. Oh yeah, and lions. Definitely want to see lions. But lions are not easy to spot. That's the only problem. So I don't know. I was actually really excited to actually see something, yeah, maybe like a rhino or I don't know if they have hippos here, a hippo or elephant, but yeah, there's nothing. So carrying on. Finally found a giraffe, and this time at least it's alive. So I can say with surety that it definitely does work. You can use this combination with the GH5 and the Leica 100-400 for wildlife. I actually shot most of the shots with ISO 200. I didn't even need to increase the ISO, and I think the lowest shutter speed I had to go was about 60, but most of the time it was about between 60 and 125. That's the shutter speed I was taking. Obviously this is now full aperture at 200 ISO, so it wasn't bad. I think it definitely works. The stabilization is by far good enough to do it. It's really not a problem, so I would actually highly recommend this lens. Yeah, just obviously for the video, I'm not endorsed by or compensated by Panasonic or anyone. This is just something I obviously wanted to get. I wanted to get a long lens for my GH5, so I decided on the Leica 100-400. Okay, I saw the rhino. I actually thought I was going to miss it. As I left the game reserve, I was actually outside the game reserve, driving sort of next to it, past it, and I saw the rhinos through the fence, and they are huge. I could actually, they came right up to the fence. It's actually the closest I've been, ironically, to any animal in the reserve, but it was while I was outside the reserve. So yeah, pretty excited. At least I saw that. I really wanted to see an elephant, lion, and a rhinoceros. At least I saw the rhino. So I'm happy, and they still look like they're in good condition, which is awesome. There has been an issue where the rhinos have been poached quite a bit, so it's quite sad for their horns. And obviously, yeah, it's quite a big thing here in South Africa. So I'm glad to see that these rhinos are still pretty healthy and going well. So yeah, now for some rhinos. I would say that you can definitely use this lens for wildlife, and specifically handhold. You don't have to use a tripod. When you're taking photos, standing and hand-holding it is fine, but when you're taking video, it is a bit of a problem. You need to actually have something else. Then you might need a tripod. So for photos it's fine. You might need to do a bit of a burst, but yeah, for video you're gonna need some additional stabilization, like a tripod, or just rest it on something. Even if you just rest your elbows on something, it's fine, it's manageable. But overall, very, very impressed. The sharpness is not 100% there that I expected. I think I don't know if it might be just the micro four thirds system, but I think obviously, yeah, if it was a full frame, it might have been sharper. But then again, I am like taking it 800 millimeters. Anything's possible. So that's the only point where I think where some improvement can be done is the sharpness. I'm not sure if it's the lens or if it's the camera, but the sharpness is not quite there. I'm gonna have to do some post sharpening just to make the photos properly pop.